Welcome to the ultimate backstage pass, the pulsating heart of the high school sports universe. Get ready to rock with the gang from the Corner to Corner podcast as they take their sports obsessions to new heights. Meet the dream team, Sean Kiper, Adam Muncy, Wes Crouch, and Daron Stevens, as they unpack the secrets, emotions, and triumphs that light up our local sports heroes. Whether you're gearing up for a game or unleashing cheers from the stands, get ready for an exclusive scoop that'll knock your socks off. It's showtime!
It's the Cornies, everyone. We've made it, Wes. 400 episodes.
400's good. When we get to 500, that should be a super celebration. But, 400 episodes, there's about less than 1% of what normal podcasts get to. And 400 is pretty special.
Yeah.
And for it to land on the Cornies.
Yeah. I don't know how that worked. Skip the week here. But anyways.
Even more would be.
Yeah, we took the, what was the dead period? Yeah. So,
we took the dead period. We took 4th of July off.
Yeah.
So that's
so
okay.
Just wait till we hit episode 700 and Adam actually hits 100.
So
Gosh, Adam.
400 episodes, and it's also our 5th year anniversary.
Yep.
So this whole thing started in July of 2021 with it was a wrestling podcast back then, and boy, we have come a long way since then. So, but this is our 3rd year of doing the Cornies. It's our 2nd time of actually having some trophies and being able to hand out the hardware to the guests and stuff. So it's a fun time. We're so thankful that we get to do this and bring people in to be a part of this. And, it's our why, right? Everybody wants to know what their why is. Our why is being able to celebrate coaches and players and being able to do that. And
100%.
Yeah. So, for those who have not watched the Cornies before, we've got 9 different categories that we do. We do Moment of the Year. We have our People's Champ, which is the post where everybody votes on those throughout the year. We have our Dog of the Year, Female and Male Athlete of the Year, Boys and Girls Coach of the Year, and then MVP, right?
Why didn't we wear our tuxes?
Well, I don't have a tux, so...
We could have had Ivan Rice hook us up from Geno's and gave us a free plug.
Show 500, we'll do tuxes.
Okay.
All right. I tell you what, without further ado, a little throwback there, let's kick this off with our Moment of the Year. Daron, the nominees, please. So coincidence or not, the last one of those was Miss Kara Davidson blocking that PK kick in the districts, securing the first win over GRC in how many tries was it?
17 years.
17 years.
Probably a lot more tries than that. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 17 years. So, Kara, Moment of the Year. Tell us about that moment and how that all went down and what it felt like, because you could see your excitement right after it happened. You come running right out onto the field.
Yeah, it was a very exciting moment. I'm beyond grateful to even had the opportunity to be on the field and to play in that position. And what I felt was like excitement. That was the first thing that I thought of, was to run right to my team, because in the moment, I didn't realize that we had just broke a 17-year record. I was just excited that we beat our rivals and that we won, and we got to continue on going through district play, because that sent us to our regions.
Yeah, and I'll be the first to tell you I don't know a lot about soccer.
What?
But I do know that one-on-one, kicker versus goalie, the anticipation What's going through your mind as you see an opponent line up from you that I know you've probably faced before? What's going through your head when that's getting ready to go down?
I take a lot of deep breaths, and the key to PKs for a goalkeeper is to watch their hips and not their feet. And I think that's what really helped me out during that PK shootout, because I've never experienced one until that one. That was my first one. And that week, right before that game, we had practiced. Mason had me doing 100 PKs at the end of every practice. And so for that being my first one and the outcome that I got out of it, I was just beyond excited. And we beat our rival team, of course.
So that was the first PK that you had faced, other
Yes,
than
in a
practice?
game.
In game.
In game.
Well, that even bumps the moment up even more.
Listen,
right?
I wrote. We rarely personally write something on our. It's usually we or it's posts about kids and stuff like that. And I personally had to go out there because I've got a son that has been a goalkeeper for a long time, and went all through high school, and he's made a couple of PK saves on 7v7s, preseason tournaments, stuff like that. Never got that in game. So, to me, there's nothing harder. I mean, you've got set pieces that are hard to score. Hard to score on because you've got to score over top of walls or you got to put something together. There's nothing harder. You're 12 feet away from somebody shooting from you, point blank, on a goal that really is not favoring the goalkeeper at all. And to know that was your first in-game PKs makes it even that much more the reason we needed to give you this award, because it's against GRC. The last kick that they have, you make the save, it wins the game. I know that GRC people, I haven't seen them on the comments, but there was a lot of people who were like, I don't know how you don't give them the double championship, but that's a moment. I agree. This was a specific moment that stuck out in our head that really just, we couldn't go a different way. I don't think.
And the crazy part about it is that we didn't even know that was the first time that she'd ever done that.
That's pretty incredible.
So Coach Anderson, you're joining in her tonight as a little bit of support, but she was talking about she's doing 100 of these in practice and stuff. It's almost like you foretold the future, that you knew that this was going to happen. So tell us a little bit about the mindset there when, I know the PKs, is that just an end of the game? It was tie game, and that's how it comes down to it? Is it not, like I said, I don't know a lot about soccer, no overtime thing, or how do we get to the PKs in this situation?
Yeah, so it was tied 0-0 at the end of the regular game, and then we went to the 2 minutes. So you have 2 periods of time, and if it's still tied at the end of those, then you go to PKs. No, they. I don't know if I'd say it's like expected it to happen, but it's always a possibility when you go into a game that you're playing in a district or a region that you could be going to PKs at the end of it. Soccer games end in ties. I know people hate it, but it's what it is. Yeah. Somebody's got to win at the end of the day, and so she's not lying when she says I put her through 100 PKs in practice. Her, our other keepers, we would cycle through, girls who we wanted to take kicks and stuff, and then they'd be done, and they'd be like, all right, let's go again. And so it was just, trying to, get them ready for the kicks, and then get the people who we wanted taking them to be ready for when that moment was ready for them.
So did you have a pretty good save rate in those hundreds during the practices?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned something a while ago about the hips. What was the telltale sign of the hips that made you think that she was going to the left?
Because most of their kickers, I think except like one, they're left-footed. Most of their kickers are right-footed. And so you can kind of tell by the way they move their hips which side of the goal they're going to go to. And the last one was really, really obvious that she was going to kick right. And so that's how I knew.
Okay, so I sent this to Daron earlier, so he's already I didn't know if he was going to use just the video that was in the thing, but he has video of it. We can watch it here.
Shout out to Daron for that Cornies logo too. That's fire.
Did you know it immediately when you made the save? Did you know? Wait a minute. Did we just won, or did you have to get up and kind of go, "Oh yeah, we just"?
It was like after I got the save and after I stood up, I realized I was like, we just won this game.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, well, I have to go celebrate with my team.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So was it like is it 5 penalty kicks? Is
Yeah.
that how far you? So you got all the way down to the very last one.
No, so
Their
we
Their last one.
I think if I remember correctly, she went out and saved the very first one too. So she had the first one, and then I think their second PK missed the goal completely, and then I think they scored their next one, and then she had to make that save to end it, and she did. So
Yeah, 2 saves in a 5v5 penalty kick out. That's really awesome.
yeah, especially your
So-
first one,
Right,
especially
exactly.
your first PK shootout. That's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
No, I mean that's
So the first shot you made to say, I mean, so when you go up to for the first PK, you've got to have butterflies.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and you were like, I'm gonna make this save, and
My mindset during it was, I'm just going to imagine it's just like any other game. She's coming in on me and she's going to shoot on me.
yeah,
Like I was just pretending I still had all of my defenders standing right there. And then I made the save. And
Yeah.
my first save really calmed the nerves. It calmed the
bet.
nerves down.
I bet.
more or less nerves than being on the show here tonight.
Probably more.
Good. That's fantastic. That's awesome. So,
Well, like we said, I mean that it was a moment that stuck out in our head. We really couldn't pass that up, and so congratulations.
Thank you.
And here's your award for Moment of the Year. And
like I said, you need to proudly display that in your dorm room and brag about it. Have
What-
all your friends follow us on Facebook.
so what's the plans? Senior year, in between senior year and what's your plans now? What are you doing?
I'm going to go to college and then I'm going to go to law school.
Nice.
Where are you going to college?
EKU.
Okay, nice.
Do you have a particular field that you want to be a lawyer in?
No.
Okay. Well, good. We may need one somewhere down the road, so just keep that in mind.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much.
And Coach, and we know you've got tryouts tonight, so starting about 7 o'clock.
Yeah, we had last week we finished up tryouts, and we've been going quite hard lately. So
Yeah, I mean, because you all play this weekend,
3 this weekend again, Bluegrass State games. Yeah,
and then your first regular season game is when?
the 12th, August 12th, I
Gotcha.
think. So
Gotcha.
And then we've got you back on with the team somewhere.
Sometime
third,
I
think it's on the
third week of
18th.
August, somewhere in that
yeah,
range.
18th
sometime
of
after
August,
that.
So, but Kara, again, congratulations, and put that up in your dorm room and tell them why you got that. So,
Thank you all so much.
no problem,
Absolutely,
not a problem.
absolutely. We're going to take a quick commercial break here. Accidents happen, but getting your vehicle back and looking like new doesn't have to be stressful. Jacobs Auto Body specializes in high-quality repairs and attention to detail, customer care that you can trust. From start to finish, they've got you covered. Jacobs Auto Body. And I know from experience from like 3 or 4 different times. So Jacobs will take care of you. We'll be right back with our People's Champ of the Year.
Still can't believe she's gone. I don't know how we're going to plan all of this.
I know. I felt the same way when your granddad passed. The Kaufman Funeral Home really helped us get through it.
Were they compassionate?
More than that, they took care of us. They made us feel like family. They handled the entire situation from beginning to end.
At Kaufman Funeral Home and Crematorium in Mount Sterling, Kentucky, we're honored to walk beside your family with dignity and compassion every step of the way.
That's exactly what we need right now.
Kaufman Funeral Home, where we believe every life is a beautiful story that deserves to be honored with love, dignity, and heartfelt celebration.
Spring is here. Are you sure your roof is ready for the rain? Winter weather can leave behind hidden damage like loose shingles, cracked flashing, and clogged gutters, all of which can lead to costly leaks. At CRC Roofing and Renovations, we provide expert spring roof maintenance, leak prevention, and repairs to keep your home safe and dry. Don't wait until water damage ruins your home. Call CRC Roofing and Renovations today at 859-327-3913 or visit our website to schedule your free spring roof inspection. Protect your home with Central Kentucky's trusted roofing experts.
Bath County was our People's Champ this past school year. So the way that's determined is all of the interactive votes that happen on our People's Champ post each and every week for our nominees. Bath County actually increased their numbers this year. GRC increased their numbers over 1,300. That was a great jump for them.
Thank you, softball team.
Moco and Menifee went backwards, unfortunately. So you've got a whole new school year starting here in about 3 weeks that you'll be able to kick back and try to get that going again. But actually looking at it, Bath County averaged over 100 votes every single week.
Yeah.
And
for everybody that voted, Sean went through and counted every
I counted every single one of them. In Bath County, a lot of their athletes were People's Champ throughout the school year.
Absolutely.
So we have with us Bath County's head football coach, but also Bath County's brand new athletic director here to accept the award for Bath County. So who better to represent Bath County than Brandon Burke?
Right, absolutely.
So Brandon's the heart and soul of Bath County over there. And Coach, we had you on a few weeks ago talking about the football season, but this is more along celebrating the Bath County fans. As you can tell, we've been doing the color wars. Bath County repping really good on the color wars as well. That'll continue through next week, and next Monday night we will announce the winner of the color wars to see who gets new jerseys hanging in the cases in front of our desk.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
I mean, while you're talking about that, do you want to see the?
Do we want an update in the standings on that right now?
Give me about 10 seconds.
10 seconds? I'll take a drink of water then. Refreshing. So Bath County out to a strong start there. 44% of the vote right now. Menifee 26%, Montgomery County 16%, GRC 12%. So there's still some bonus opportunities out there. There's still, how many more posts that we have coming? About 3?
3 more and 2 bonuses.
Yeah. So there is opportunity to get the points going. I know Jamie Klaber over in Menifee County been pushing them hard, but she can't do it alone. In Montgomery County, Beth will be out there pushing you. Where's everybody at? Come on, let's get this going. These jerseys are currently Montgomery County, but if something doesn't change, we're going to have some Bath County jerseys hanging in this thing come a week from now.
And that means they can go back to the original Color Wars post, because that's still up, and they can do whatever it asks, correct?
Well, I mean, you can. I'm not going to go back and count all the way to the beginning.
All new.
Okay, well,
bonuses just
look for the new ones.
I will say, I just for kicks and giggles, there was over 18,000 points earned just on that one bonus post.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot. So, Brandon, let's talk a little bit about how in the world did we become athletic director since 3 weeks ago when you were on the show? It's been a little bit longer than 3 weeks, maybe a month.
Well, first, I'd just like to kind of comment on our community coming out and supporting our school and our programs the way they do, and it says a lot. I mean, this past weekend, we just put in our community put in a really nice baseball facility, 3. My son's playing baseball. He put in a really nice facility over there. We had Rocky Adkins. I mean, a lot of dignitaries were present at that, and they really do a great job. If you look for a small school, we got about 525 kids in the building. We've got great facilities. I mean, our basketball gym is immaculate, big. Lots of good seating, concession area. I mean, it's really the entryway to the building. They've a big auditorium. We have our football field is as nice as any school for around our area. We got great Kenny Williams and Coach Gene Combs got great facilities on the baseball fields. So there's definitely a lot of support for athletics there in our county, and a lot of really I would call them ravenous. Fans get ravenous, and that's a good thing, and get excited about our team. And it's like this time of year, it makes it fun to go out there and to coach and to represent a community that is that invested into their kids. It gets me excited about that. So as far as the athletic director stuff, we had some. I've done that. I've got a lot of some experience with that, previous experience, and I just told him I didn't care to step in and assist with that. It's late in the year, and there's a lot going on right now with athletics. If you've ever done that position, but I liked working with Mel and Jared, and they were the assistant AD and the AD, and I just figured it'd be a good time to kind of step in and take a fill that void and to help out and with such a late opening. And so it's a really important position, and there's a lot that goes into that. And so I really enjoy that, and I like seeing what you guys are doing here with these awards and recognizing everyone here this evening is really cool, man. I think y'all do a great job with that.
Yeah, it's really funny because I was a big fan of The Office. So they did the Dundies. I don't know if you ever watched The Office or not.
I love it. I watched The Office. My wife, we're watching it every evening for about the 5th time.
So you remember the Dundies, right? So that's kind of how this came to be. The first couple of years that we did it, it was just like generic stuff that, nationwide type stuff, and then we adapted it into.
Called your award generic.
I didn't come up with it. He come up with it.
I'm talking about the awards that made last year.
No, I did not say that.
He's the one who come up with
we kinda
corny
come up
name.
with the school, so it was pretty cool to do that part of it. And we've kind of expanded. I think 9's probably our good stopping point. I don't know that there's anything else we could give away.
Well, that's a lot, Spread the wealth,
Exactly right. Exactly right. We can get everybody we can get all 4 of our core schools, somewhere in the awards, and very deservingly so. We have 4 good core schools. All of them have really good fans. It's just something about Bath County that they just love this stuff. They're like, not that none of these schools don't like their kids, or they want to push their kids. They want to put the spotlight on them. Bath County just goes that extra step, whether it's on this, whether it's through boosters, whether it's through quarterback clubs and so on and so forth. We've heard of so much community involvement in Bath County, and I'm sure you have felt that immensely since you've been football coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know from my experience with my program, I'm really fortunate to be able to have the resources that we have for our program. It's, we've already took our kids to Kings Island. Our first day of mandatory practice, we went to Kings Island, and that was all taken care of. We had a great time. We were able to bring in a couple of collegiate level coaches, and I brought down Madison Central. And we've just, to start out the year, it couldn't have been a better start to our football season. Sure. And we've had youth camp, and we've been able to. We had a Huddles and Heels where we asked the female role models and gave them a football experience on Saturday, and it went over really well with our players and their female role models, and got a chance to recognize them and tell them how much we appreciate them. And we're really fortunate from a lot of different aspects.
Yeah. Well, it shows it shows in everything that we've been used to dealing with Bath County. It showed in our group that we were able to put together with Matthew and Andrew Coyle this year. They were ecstatic to do that stuff, and it shows because we've been able to get a scholarship sponsor for this coming school year. So
that's new news. I don't know if you knew that since the last time he was here.
I wasn't sure.
We did unlock a sponsor over there.
Yeah, family discount drugs.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna sponsor
right
the scholarship, and Lindsay Farrell, and so we appreciate them extremely for doing that, because giving out the emerging broadcast to Matthew was being at their awards was something special. Just like anytime we go to Menifee counties or here's, it's something we really push to be able to get in. Bath County really showed out for us.
Menifee County makes it so special that they even do tornado warnings while you're there, and you get to go experience the deep, dark depths of their high school.
Hey, that was not a warning. There was a tornado.
Yeah. So, but yeah, for sure on that part of it. But that's the cool part about doing all this stuff is meeting all the coaches and the players and the fans and stuff. That I remember the first night we went over and did the football, game over there, and it's like, oh, make sure you come down here to the tailgate and go down there, and they got tables full of food spread out there. And
we are fed well.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They eat well in Bath County, that's for sure.
The first game we didn't actually go down there. We were like, we ain't going to intrude. And then they showed us the second time. We was like, okay, we'll be there.
Listen, when we figured out they have bologna burnt ends, it was all over.
Yeah. So, last year on this show, we had those bologna burnt ends. You remember that?
I do, because Coach Graham just walked in, and he had some, and he said, who has this recipe? These are some of the best things I've ever eaten.
Hey, he got that. I don't know if he's used it yet, but he got that recipe.
So, well, Coach, congratulations, and take that and put that up wherever, whether it's in the school, in your office, whatever. And we really appreciate Bath County and their community and everything they've done for us and their players and students.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you guys for all you do and putting all this together. It takes a lot of time. Anytime you do any kind of,
it does.
Awards and recognition, and there's a lot to that. And so,
it's nothing that we take lightly.
No,
this is not one of those things that we throw together in 15 minutes. There's a lot of arguing that goes on with this stuff.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Arguments were had.
It's like everybody kind of throws a nominee out there, and then we have to fight it out to see who's winning. But the people's champion is the easy one. The people do the work on that one, so it's literally just a matter of counting.
We did the work.
You did. You absolutely
did. Do work.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Coach, thanks again for coming on. I guess I'll tell you congratulations on the new position. You might think differently of that in 6 months, but
it's going good.
Yeah. Well, but good luck on the football season. I'm sure that we'll have you guys back on again.
Appreciate it
at some point. Daron, are we going to do a commercial, or are we just going to roll to the next video?
I say roll to the dog.
Okay. All right. Let's show the video for our Dog of the Year.
A better candidate and winner for this award. So.
Because, in order to win this award, you got to have a little bit of dog in you, and a lot of people would have gotten injured in their senior year going, I'm just going to play safe, I'm just going to go on to college and do my thing, and I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah. But you didn't do that. You had that mentality in you to fight through that. You even came back and played in the district and regional basketball tournaments. So that, it was awesome what you did there on that part of it. And not only that, but your softball team finished the season with a winning record, right? That was a really good season for you guys.
We tied the school win record at 16.
That's awesome. That is fantastic. We did not know that. See, that's why we do
We're
this stuff, right?
Exactly.
We learn stuff. We're constantly learning stuff on this kind of stuff.
Hey, Sean.
Yes, sir.
For the people at home that didn't hear most of that, why was she playing with an injury?
She had a knee injury.
They missed the first half of that.
Oh,
gotcha.
Super.
She had a knee injury. What happened?
We were playing in Bath County actually in a tournament, and I went to dive on a ball because I could hear our coach yelling, "Somebody get on it! Somebody get on it!" So I dove, and I guess I hit my knee just right, and I partially tore my PCL.
Gotcha.
Yeah, much better than ACL, MCL.
Oh, no
I
doubt.
was super grateful. So I was only out for like 2 months, and then I had to wear the brace and stuff. So do physical therapy for a while, but I'm pretty good now. So.
And then you went into the softball season. I don't know if they heard that or not, but I went into the softball season and threw 3 no-hitters. So when
two of them were back to back.
Two of them were back to back. When you're throwing a no-hitter, do you know at what point do you go, I'm pretty close?
Honestly, I don't really keep track of it. I'm not a pitcher. I play short. I'll never step on a pitcher's mound again. So when I'm pitching, I'm just like, please go over the plate. Please just make it over the plate. Hope it's a strike. I'm really not aiming except for around the catcher's mitt. I don't throw any other pitch beside a fastball, and I threw like probably 10 changeups that were strikes all year. So I'm just hoping for the best.
I worked on my second pitch all year long.
Next year we need to change this to Lucky Dog of the Year. That is fantastic. Like throwing 3 no-hitters is just I'm just throwing heat.
Yeah, she's just throwing gas. It's like if you're gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you throw that fast, they don't have a chance to hit it, then
100%.
So
you don't need more than one
Mount
pitch.
St. Joseph, you're going to be playing shortstop.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm glad you wore your shirt tonight because we didn't make it to the signing, and so I'm glad we got you back on before you go to college. So what made your decision about going to Mount St. Joseph?
Yeah, because you had not made that decision the last time we talked to you. You were close, but
oh really?
Yeah.
Well, I think just the biggest thing for me was all the other visits I went on, I just kept comparing everything back to MSJ. So that was kind of like my selling point. Like, I'm just comparing everything. I think that's my number one.
Were they the first ones that you visited?
Yes.
So
I've also had a lot of contact with their coach for years. I mean, she's been watching us play since we were probably 14, 15.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you walk in the door the first time there, and they set the bar way up here, then it's easy to go to other places and make that comparison of going, I mean, it's nice, but it's not them. That's nice, but they don't have this.
That was exactly like my thought process through everything.
So where is
that means
Mount?
you got the right spot then.
Yeah.
Where is Mount St. Joseph?
It's just west of Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not too far. It's like 2.5 hour drive.
Gotcha.
So you can come home on the weekends if you miss mom and dad a little bit then.
Yep.
Or you don't want to do the laundry and you want mom to do laundry all weekend long.
Perfect.
So do they play in a conference that has any of the Kentucky schools in there?
We're in Transy's conference.
Okay.
It's
all
the
right.
HCAC, so Transy's and MSJ are like the biggest rivals.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So so every other year, or maybe I don't know if they do home and homes, but you'll have a chance to play down here where people can come into.
Yeah, we'll play at Transy during regular season, but our tournament actually just got moved to Kokomo, Indiana. Their high school field. They have like a big stadium and stuff, so that's where the tournament's going to be hosted.
No, I was waiting for you to sing Kokomo, and I was like, stop, just stop.
I think that's where Kyle Schwarber went to high school, but I'm not 100%
Where?
sure. Kokomo.
Oh, really?
I'm not 100% sure. Don't count.
Interesting.
So, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So what was it like this year being able, you start gathering up wins. You're like, gosh, guys, I mean, this is a nice change to,
we came into the season knowing that, like, if we were going to have a successful season, this was going to be it. Mm-hmm. This was going to be our best chance to. And then we didn't even know we were that close to the tying the win record until we were at, like, 13. So then we were like, and it was kind of nearing the season. We were like, we got to get there. We got to get there. And then we were super close to beating it. We lost by just a few runs. I can't remember who it was to, but, I mean, we thought we could beat it, but came up a little short.
Well, I mean, a lot like your basketball team, senior led on the softball side.
Yeah.
So, this was a big senior year for a lot of the classes, and this being technically our third full year of doing this, we've seen a lot of you all grow up, mm-hmm. and so like we got to start all over next year, because Montgomery County's golf team, they lost their whole starting lineup, so like there's like nobody left, so that's going to happen with your softball team. It's going to happen with your house basketball team. They're going to be super young. Same thing with Bath County. You know, Bailey's was the only senior, so she's gone. So we're going to learn a lot of new names now.
Yeah.
So the challenge is on, and I'm horrible at this. So it'll take me 2 years to know anybody. So, all right. Daron, go ahead and play that next video.
Sure.
All right, and now joining us, Miss Peyton Burgess, a longtime friend of the show, probably been on the show 10 times between all of your different sports and stuff you do. She was our female athlete of the year. Peyton averaged a double-double. She helped lead her team to the district title in back-to-back years, regional tournament, and then won several awards in track, including setting a few records, if I remember correctly, right?
Yep.
So a great senior year for you. If I remember correctly, I think there was only one game you didn't have a double-double.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only one.
So phenomenal year there. Going out and being able to do that. And when it come down to this, it's like, I mean, Peyton has really kind of killed it. So, and you're one of them we've watched grow up. You were a sophomore the first time you were on the show, and it's been really cool to be able to watch you grow up and just keep getting better and better and better in all of the sports that you do. It's definitely well deserved.
Sports that she does, and then and she has told us on this show before. She's like, I like basketball. I really like basketball. I just jump because I want to. She's like, whatever. I'm just going to go jump the school record, whatever.
And she jumps because she wants to, and now she's going to be jumping in college. Right. So,
Exactly.
So I do have a question.
Shoot.
At the regionals, you don't normally throw discus.
Oh, no. So at regionals, I really only had 3. Well, it wasn't regionals. It was senior night. And Lauren kind of told us, she was like, do whatever you want. She was like, if you want to do your normal events, do them. If you don't. I was like, okay, that's fine with me. So,
Well, I was wondering as I was going through pictures because there's a P face when you're actually trying, but yet throwing discus, you look like you were rolling laughing every time.
Yes, I was horrible at it. I was absolutely horrible. And they wouldn't let me wear my spikes to throw in, so I was going to throw barefoot, and then they told me no. So then I had to wear Aubrey Golden shoes to throw in. And
She had her shoes?
She did.
Well, the good news is they've not even been broke in yet.
And it was fun. I actually convinced Aubrey to throw with me. She usually doesn't throw discus, but we both threw discus just because, just for fun. It was just a fun new event that I wanted to try, so I did it.
So we did.
That's pretty cool.
So signed with Transy to play basketball. You also are going to do track along with that. You're just going to jump. You're just going to jump for them, or is it kind of just up in the air of what you're going to do?
I told them, if they want me to do more, I'll give it a try. They're mentioning the 400 hurdles, and I was kind of like, well, I'll try it, but I don't know if I'll stick with it. But as of right now, high jump, triple jump, long jump, that's going to be kind of the thing. Probably throw some hurdles in there. They want me to do the heptathlon or whatever, the 3-day event or 2-day event. So we'll just kind of give it a go and see what falls in line.
So what was it about Transy that just stuck?
It's just awesome up there. I mean, the coaches, awesome. The girls are awesome. To be completely honest, out of all the visits that I went to, they were probably the friendliest team, the most welcoming.
Gotcha.
And it's just such a nice school.
It is.
And it's close to home. It's 45 minutes from my house. I can come home if I just want a home-cooked meal on a random night.
Right.
Text Mom, I'm on my way.
Yeah.
I want steak, baked potatoes, and salad.
Yeah, it was just kind of the same thing with Grace. It was a little bit later in my recruitment, but it was just one of those things. I went on more visits, and I was like, nothing compares.
Yeah.
Nothing is like Transy is, so.
Well, and I don't was a lot of the schools offering, wanting you in both sports.
Yeah, I think I ended up with either 4 or 5 dual sport offers. I think a couple of the schools didn't even know that I did track when I went on the visit. But I had a couple dual sport offers, but transy is just what stuck.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. There's been a couple of other girls on. There's a couple of girls from Montgomery County that are all going to transy, playing multiple sports.
Mm-hmm.
With Peyton Patrick and Maddie Easterling.
Yep.
I think they'll both be on track with
Yeah,
you guys.
I've ran a bunch with Maddie Easterling.
Yeah.
She's actually playing golf too up
Yeah,
there.
They
so,
both are.
Yep.
Yeah, I found that really interesting. We were actually gonna split a dorm, so me and my roommate would live on this side, and Maddie and her roommate would live on this side. But we ended up getting a different dorm than they did. So
Yeah.
Well, being in practice, you all will see each other a lot, I'm
Yeah.
sure. So it's kind of cool to see a lot of the student athletes that we've had on the show, go to college, but then actually go to college together.
Yeah.
And so we talked about before. Addie Terry was in for the Dog of the Year also, and she's going to be going to the Cumberlands along with. Help me, Coach. Who's going to Cumberlands?
Annette.
Annette Miller, thank you, with Annette Miller. So, it's kind of cool to see, these student athletes we've had on here, team up now and be at these colleges and be, hopefully be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, and it is neat being able to see, kids from all different places and directions and stuff.
Right.
And, Midway is kind of becoming one of those school destinations too, with both boys basketball and the bowling program.
Yeah, right.
So multiple kids that we've seen come through that has wound up at Midway as well.
Well, and they're all starting to go to the same schools closer to us, because it started with Alice Lloyd.
This is true.
That's true. Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
Now we're starting to get schools closer to home.
Well, I think they realized that Alice Lloyd is in the middle of absolute nowhere, and there's nothing down there other than the college and a subway. So,
But it's a beautiful campus.
it is a beautiful campus.
Yes,
It
beautiful
is.
campus,
Yeah.
Sean.
Yeah.
So when do you all start? When do you all move in and get going?
We move in August 20th.
Okay.
I move in the 26th of August.
Oh, 26th of August. Okay. I wondered. There's been a few student athletes that's already had to go and move in and get practices going. So I didn't know if you all were doing that yet or not. But
That was going to be my next question. Y'all don't move in, but do y'all have workouts ahead of then?
Yeah, we got sent a summer workout packet at the end of May, I think. So I've been doing that for a while now. We actually just got our second half of it sent out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same thing with me. We got sent a summer workout packet, conditioning, lifting, all this stuff.
Peyton goes. Summertime.
They haven't embraced the Peyton, I do what I want when I want mentality.
But it is going to be a different aspect, compared to high school. I mean, it's like you're here to do this,
Yeah.
and so they're going to expect even that much more from you all. So, are you all looking forward to that challenge coming up?
Oh, I am. I'm excited.
Me too. I like to stay busy.
Yeah.
If I just sit around, I get bored, and I'm like, I should be doing something. So it'll be nice to always be busy.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Well, ladies, thank you for coming on. Congratulations on your
Same goes for you all.
awards.
Display those in your dorm rooms.
Yes.
Tell all your friends and roommates.
When everybody
about them.
goes, what is corner to corner? You can just tell them what's going on. And
It's the 4 greatest guys. They celebrate all of us kids.
Well, 3
in college.
I mean, this one's not here.
Well, it doesn't mean he's not good.
He's never here when I'm here. He just decides to avoid me every time that I come on the show.
It's all about his kids.
So, Adam was on the show the very first time we had Menifee basketball. So something about that show has scared him away from you.
With me and Kylie, yeah.
Don't you
Makes
remember they
sense.
were arguing?
Oh, yeah.
since that show, he's never been here when they've been on, and he's never been to a game when we called it at Menifee. So I think you scared him off somehow.
I didn't do anything. It was actually Kylie that started the whole thing.
It was more Kylie.
And then, I just kind of got the backlash from it. So,
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's take a commercial break here. Whether it is game day or everyday life, clear vision makes it all the difference. Jacobs Vision Center offers comprehensive eye care exams and a wide selection of eyewear to keep you seeing your best. Schedule your visit today and see the difference for yourself. Sounds like I need to go.
I was getting ready to say that same thing.
We're going to do a commercial break. We'll come back with our team of the year. We'll be right back.
At Keystone Financial Group, we focus on what's important, you. As an independent firm, we have access to a wide range of financial services and objective research to help ensure your wealth is proactively managed. Call Joel Godby or John Morton today at Keystone Financial Group, 859-432-1084 for your local retirement and investment advice.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Keystone Financial Group, a registered investment advisor and separate entity from LPL Financial.
Special thanks to Brent Wehunt, proud sponsor of our Menifee Athlete of the Month and scholarship programs.
At Rumpke Waste and Recycling, family is at the heart of all we do. Our name is on every truck, every container, every facility. And we take pride in what our family name represents. Friendly, reliable service. Families trust us. Businesses trust us. Communities trust us. And you can too. Learn more about our family business and the important work we do at Rumpke.com. Rumpke, waste and recycling done right.
Who is the athletic director there at GRC.
On to our GRC portion of the program.
So let's start with Team of the Year, Daron. Ending the show with both of you guys. What a phenomenal year GRC has had. Not only on the basketball floor, but the softball team went to state tournament. So it was an all-around GRC year for sure.
Let's not forget. Let's say so. Girls and boys basketball state champions. You had softball team go to the Final Four. You had
volleyball team went to the regional title.
Exactly, regional final.
First time in school history for that.
Okay, all right. Cheerleading teams made the state tournament.
They also went to the nationals.
They did not.
They did not.
No, but they made it to state cheerleading competition. I'm trying to think
the courtroom thing we talked about last week. Mock trial. They went to nationals.
And then you had Andrew Perry that we talked about last
regional
week.
Regional champion.
Went on. So.
Bailey Howard won both indoor and outdoor pole vault state championship.
Yeah,
that's right. You had
and then Bailey Fletcher was one of our dog of the year nominees.
Bailey Fletcher was
great on the
she had a great year.
Two wrestlers that came out their senior year with their 100th wins.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's to me that's mind-boggling. To get 100 wins in wrestling.
Did you mention softball with?
We did mention softball.
Okay.
Just an all-around, just unbelievable year for GRC, and we're just starting it out with Team of the Year. And there was a lot of teams that we could have picked from, but it was just kind of, you went from silver last year to the gold ball this year. There was an expectation, and the girls just bought in and went and was like, we're not having anything less than what we had.
Yeah, we for 365 days we chased it.
Yeah,
and
right.
we pushed them I pushed them as hard as I've ever pushed any team that I've had, and they responded.
I've already fixed it.
They responded every practice, every drill, every day, every game. They responded, and it was just the goal was to be a state champion, and they weren't going to be denied of that. And the state championship game, we didn't play very well the first half. We kind of struggled, and so at halftime, and the rubber end of the lockers are kind of spread out, so we told them to get the chairs out of the lockers, and we got in a really tight huddle, and we said, guys, we've come too far and worked too hard to not play our best, to be our best who we are. And so we just talked, and it was a very calm halftime, first time probably in a long time. But they were just refocused, take a deep breath. We got this. This is ours for the taking. So we came out in the second half, and the Clark County faithful, we went on a little bit of a run, and they got into the game, and the more they got in the game, the more inspired we got. And a couple plays in the second half that we made some mistakes, but we overcame those, and we didn't let one play lead to 5 or 6 bad plays like we did the previous year, thank goodness. But it was all the credit to those kids. They worked really hard. Our staff, we worked really hard, and you talk about winning culture. It starts at the top with our superintendent, and it goes down to our administration at the high school and our athletic director. Just winning is becomes habit when you have a great culture. And our superintendent, our board, office, and our school board, they put in place, a winning culture, not just athletically but academically, and just just across the board, being successful.
They call it growing greatness.
Yeah, I was going to say they're. I've seen their hashtag, and is it growing greatness or is it be greatness or
growing greatness?
Yeah. So I remember greatness being in there, and it fits. Just like you said, from the top to the bottom, absolutely. Whether it's sports, athletics, they are pushing. Dustin is really pushing to be the best,
absolutely. And getting everybody on the same page,
right?
And that's what's exciting.
It's obvious you're seeing that too. Coach, you mentioned that coming out there in the second half, it was we got to watch you guys play a lot this year, and it was kind of one of those things, and Coach Cook is the same way. That third quarter is generally, if you can survive it, you might be able to beat them. But if you can't survive that third quarter against GRC, you're screwed, right? And we saw that happen. Saw that happen a lot.
That's a great point.
Because you won that championship game in the third quarter. Mm-hmm. You held the lead in the fourth quarter, but you won it in the third quarter.
Well, my mentor,
changed the whole thing.
Yeah, my mentor, Coach Lake Kelly, who I coach with, Hall of Fame coach, and was Division I coach, UK assistant. We always talked about one of the things that I learned from him: the first 4 minutes of the third quarter are crucial, because if you're down, right, you got to fight back, and if you don't, then it could go from being down single digits to now double digits, and if you're up, right, the first 4 minutes you want to increase the lead. So that 4 minutes was very important to us, and our confidence, grew, and we were inspired, and we played well, and just kids just bought in, and people look at the offensive part of it, but defensively we played a heck of a game.
Yeah,
they were explosive.
Yeah.
I think the first game of the state tournament, Assumption, I don't know how many points they scored, but it was a lot. But we were very good defensively, and we had been all year long. We were top 5, top 10 team defensively in the state. And, on the flip side of that, we also led the state in scoring this year. So we're a very versatile team. The one thing about our kids that I love, nobody cares who gets the credit. It's T tonight, it's Kenny tonight, it's Aliyah tonight, it's whoever. It's Anaya, it's whoever. It's just nobody cares who gets the credit. It's all about us. And when we break our huddle, we talk about us, always, us, always, us, always. And it's about us, not about any individual. It's about us.
Yeah, we can tell that. Even we were keeping up with stats, and even the first Montgomery County game, that was I think the first Montgomery County game was over here, and we were like, well, wait a minute. Annette had 15 points, and Elias had 15 points, and T and Kennedy had just had their regular. But I was like, Annette went off tonight, and there was a string of games where Annette played really well, and then there would be a string of games that T would play really well. So there was never that standout throughout the whole season, and you could tell that on when people would put out stats of individual players for the 10th region or even the state, you had to get way down the list before you would see anybody GRC. But that just speaks to how well of a team this was this year.
Absolutely.
So
I'll tell you what Coach isn't telling you is the biggest turnaround in this season. And I'll never forget this. We were down at Assumption, got beat in triple overtime.
Yep.
I bet you they had 250 girls in their student section, and they were going nuts all night long. And when that game ended, that whole student section, I mean, just flopped down to the mid-court, and their girls and everybody it's like everybody fell on top of each other. Well, our girls went straight to the locker room. And Coach takes off sprinting to the locker room. I was like, where is he going? And he drags every one of those girls back out. And he wanted them. You tell them what you said after that.
I told them, I was like, guys, look at this. They beat us in a regular season game. They're celebrating. They're excited. They're storming the floor. But nobody brought a ladder out. Nobody brought scissors to cut down nets. There's no confetti. There's no "We Are Champion" playing. And I said, we will see them Saturday night in Rep Arena. It's going to happen. I said, I know it's going to happen. I just feel it. It's going to happen. And I said, when we play them again, it'll be for the money. Right. That's when they'll bring the ladder out. We Are Champions. We playing. Bring the scissors out, and we'll climb the ladder and cut nets. This one doesn't matter. It hurts because we lost. Yeah. Great game, triple overtime, great game.
Great game.
But the next one will matter, and it'll be us and them Saturday night, and it came to fruition.
So those are the type of things. Those are the type of talks that a good coach has. So let's play the video. We didn't play the video for good coach. Let's put that video up there. Since
I don't have that video.
Huh?
I don't have that video on here. You got to tell me more than 10 seconds ahead.
I thought I looked at you and was like, sorry.
Well, what I was going to say before he does that real quick is that win, that reaction, that was their Super Bowl. You all were their Super Bowl that night.
And that's a testament to what Coach has been doing with the program. That's how people react when they beat a Robbie Graham kind of team.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it, right? A triple overtime game on the road, right? It'd been different if they beat you at your place, right? I could understand.
Was it 1 versus 2 then, or 1 versus 3 or something?
Yeah.
But it was two teams.
They were a good team.
Really,
we watched them play a couple times too.
Yes,
they were a
really
fun team to watch, and
yes.
they had some talent.
They definitely
so. And I think the first time that Daron and I saw them play was in preseason here at Tanya Witt's thing, and me and him looked at each other and I was like, wow, that's a team that'll be in the state tournament, So, and sometimes you can just watch a team and just see that, Frederick Douglass was really good too, So, are we struggling? Or are we
No, he's ready to roll now.
Okay.
I didn't know.
I was buying time.
I misunderstood what he was talking about.
Oh, gotcha.
Somebody's over there going,
Stretch it out.
Please tell me that you sent that video to Chris Spinnemore.
No, but that has got to be the best picture I could find.
I mean, really, in all honesty,
there's
other pictures. There's other pictures that Tanya, and I'll take this real quick. I want to thank Summer Hilton and Tanya Witt because almost every picture on these videos came from them.
That's fantastic.
And they've given me free reign with their portfolios.
We couldn't do all this stuff that we do on social media if it wasn't for all of our photographers around here that let us steal their thunder sometimes. So,
but
we appreciate it.
Tanya has some really good pictures of Chris. But I found that one on his Facebook profile, and I was like, "Oh no, that's my picture."
That's really good.
And sometimes it takes that type of moment in coaching to really get through. Sometimes, but
So as you can tell, obviously, Coach Graham was also our Coach of the Year, also for the second year in a row. What are you going to do next year to top this? I mean, you're going to go win nationals. I mean, 33-2. One of those we just talked about in the triple overtime loss at Assumption, and the other one was like out of the state.
Yeah,
right?
we were in Florida and we lost to
another state champion, a Florida state champion.
They won a state championship.
That we were ahead. It's funny you talk about the third quarter. That was a game that we were ahead at halftime, and third quarter was something that I had not seen from us in a long time. But then you look at them down the road and say, oh, they were actually pretty better than I probably realized.
So, regular season-wise, you had a couple of games that actually was able to be used to your advantage to be like, look, this is what can happen. You all are a great team. You all should be holding this gold ball. But you have to understand, going undefeated would be great, but you all have to understand you're not indestructible.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the one thing, we never talk about any goal of any of our teams to go undefeated.
Right.
I don't enjoy losing, obviously, but you need to lose sometimes. Sometimes you got to get your butt spanked, right? But it's our schedule is going to be so tough. That we'll never schedule to be an undefeated team.
Right.
It's just not. I don't care about that.
And both of those losses, kind of look at the different direction. Like the team that you lost to in Florida, you blew the third quarter. Words are hard. Lead, and then you flip around and the loss to Assumption, third quarter or not, the whole celebration at the end gave you a coaching opportunity to, like I said, you all were their Super Bowl.
Yes.
Right. That meant a lot, and that seeing that can only fuel you.
Absolutely.
So that's awesome. I mean, and Coach, for what you've done the last 2 years, has been phenomenal, and we love to be able to celebrate that for you.
I definitely appreciate that, but you it's not about me. Once again, I can't do what I do without having great kids in our program.
Yeah.
Kids that buy into what we want, kids that work hard every day, kids that show up every day, kids that play well together, and then a coaching staff that we believe in each other. We spend a lot of time together. We're away from our families. And our coaching staff is not always pretty, and I told them, if you're somebody that agrees with everything I say and I do, then you don't need to be on my staff, right? At the end of the day, I'll have the final decision, and if I'm wrong, I'll say I screwed up. I should listen to you, But we're all on the same accord. We're all together. We are a united front, and if I could take this award and split it up and give every player and every coach a piece of it, I definitely would, because they definitely deserve it. And our athletic director and our administration, our just from the top down, just they allow us to do what we do, and with that support, we have our program that continues to be successful, and it's hard work. It's not easy for sure.
Well, I mean, it is acrylic. I mean, you could probably smash it up, but I don't know if it'd work or not.
I was going to say you could just take it up. Could just take it up to the ATC. I'm sure they got a bandsaw. We can cut it in pieces.
Coach, I appreciate you guys and everything you guys do. I mean, you've over the few years, I've seen you guys grow, and I'll listen to the podcast, and my guy Collier's been on here a time or two. He told me to give him a shout out, so I better give him a shout out. But really, the coverage you guys for the 4 schools and for our area, you guys do a fantastic job, and it doesn't go unnoticed. It's really appreciated, and we thank you guys for what you do.
Yeah. I mean,
growing greatness.
Growing
there
greatness.
You go.
Yeah.
Coach, I think I told you back when we had y'all on after the championship game, but as somebody who watched every game of that whole tournament, there was never a moment that I feel that anybody could hold. There was some close ones, but I just personally, I feel like when the game got close, your girls just hit another gear and they just took off. So, I mean, even the Assumption game in the championship game, I never lost that moment or that feeling that this was their game to lose. And I told the guys, texted, that last time out, and I think it was like a minute and a half to go. I said, Robbie is coaching like there's still 39 minutes left.
Yep.
Well, the previous year, the last minute game, and all credit goes to Sacred Heart because they're a heck of a team and a dynasty for those 4 years. But I felt like that the last minute, we didn't do what we needed to do to finish the deal 2 years ago. So that was obviously, a little bit creeping in my mind. No deja vu. We're not going to let this happen. We're right here. Let's finish this thing out. And the timeout, we talked about that. And one thing, another credit to our girls. Our conditioning has been outstanding. I mean, our girls were coming out that coach, they're tired. They're let's go. And that's them doing that with each other, not as opposed to me saying anything. And we believe in our conditioning and our strength, and we work hard in the weight room. And that pays off, and it really does. And we play physical, we play hard, we play fast, and it's a testament to our strength conditioning coach.
And you go deep in the bench too. I mean, there were times this year I saw you flip out the whole starting lineup. There's not too many high schools that can do that. So I mean, most of the time they've got 2 to 3 starters that can handle a full game, but not at the pace that you all play.
Yeah, our practice sessions were pretty competitive a lot of days. No, every day.
Yeah,
every day.
Yeah, I'm sure. Absolutely, I'm sure.
Well, we'll play the last one. We'll play the last one after we talk about boys basketball. So we'll just roll right into male athlete and boys coach of the year. We're going to show those simultaneously.
Minutes left, and everybody who was giving out Assumption Awards went to their end, and everybody who was giving out GRC went to their end, except me. And I said, I cannot move from this seat. This game is too close. I mean, I'm in dad mode, I'm in AD mode, and I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. And it was like, it was either 37 or 47 seconds left, and I went, and when I got over there, I waited for the gun to go, or the horn to go off, and I could breathe. And the sweetest part was my colleagues from the Board of Control said, if T wins MVP, you need to give her the award. Mm-hmm. And you also need to give your team the award. And that was one of the best moments in my career, was to first be able to present my daughter with the MVP award, and then to turn around and give my coach and team the state championship. And to think that a week later we could do that again? Right. Wait, what? Lord, thank you. I mean, it's like, and it was, it was as sweet week 2 as it was week 1. The only difference was I wasn't playing the dad role.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think about our community and the support and everybody who poured into both of those programs, I mean, it just doesn't get any sweeter than that.
I'm glad you said community, because I know we talk about Bath County being just a big time supporter of the podcast and everything like that, but there's nothing like seeing a train of buses leave Winchester for both boys and girls basketball state tournaments and for
softball.
The softball. It's a sight to behold, the amount of buses that leave there, and you're like, here we go. We're going to just take the whole town.
Over the course of all 3 tournaments, it had to be somewhere in the 75 bus range.
Wow.
That traveled. I remember the boys championship was like 23.
Yeah.
And I think the girls was either 14, somewhere around 14 or something. I mean, it was crazy. And then the Final Four game was, I'm sure, the biggest crowd ever at a state tournament in softball.
Well, we talked to the girls, and of course, that Final Four game, there was not only the Final Four game, but there was a challenge between between Bullitt and you all, and they were like, who can pack the stands more?
Yeah.
So it was, John Crop Stadium may not have seen more people in that place other than that game.
That's kind of what I was thinking too.
That's what's so special about high school sports.
Absolutely.
Right?
No doubt.
I mean,
no doubt.
you got, the big house will get 100,000 people in it or whatever, but having high school success, and Rupp Arena has never been as loud as it is during the state tournaments.
Absolutely.
You know, it's especially when you get a community that travels. Like year before, Montgomery County had the whole end.
It was
full,
crazy.
You know,
yes.
And then with GRC both tournaments. I mean, it's just crazy. And like you can hear it on the radio. You can hear it on. It's just amazing to see that part of it. But credit to Josh. I don't know that anybody picked GRC to win the state title going into that.
You had St. X with as many players as they had that everybody knew names and everything like that. Not to say they didn't know Malachi's name or on Montez's name or Ryder's name, right? But it's just. It was just like GRC, they knew that GRC could make a run, but they thought, okay, they might get closer to the end. And Coach Cook did a masterful job of being able to know who his opponent is, do the work with his staff, and just change what needed to be changed each game.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at the bracket, you're like, okay, GRC can get to Saturday morning pretty easy if things just fall right.
Right.
But then, luck of the draw, how that works, right? You had St. X and who was the other team?
St. X and Cove Cav in the very first round.
Meeting right off the bat.
Yeah.
They're on opposite sides of the bracket.
Yeah, and we're thinking beat each other up.
Yeah.
But St. X, they struggled. I mean, they won and got all the way to the title game, but they did it ugly. They struggled to shoot a lot, and I think that was one of the things that Josh and GRC was able to capitalize on was using that defense, that third quarter, right? Because, I mean, it was pretty close at halftime, but that third quarter made a big difference. Malachi played phenomenal. Wait, wasn't he the MVP?
Yes, he was the MVP.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
So I mean,
he was special because in the game, the previous game, I mean, he probably missed eight or nine free throws.
Yes.
And you could just see it on his face how tore up he was.
Yeah.
That he was not shooting well from the free throw line, and he comes back that same night, and I think he hit like 10 out of 11.
They fouled him on purpose. Because of the game before, they fouled him on purpose, and he just started.
And the true champion came out.
Right,
the true champion came out.
Yeah. So what a way for him to cap off his GRC career, winning that state title. That's Montez's second, right? I think he was an 8th grader when Josh and them won the first time, maybe. Not man. Yeah, Montez. That's his second one.
Yeah,
the first time they were on the show,
I don't think
he dressed.
Was he not?
I think
so.
I mean, he was in middle school, but I don't think he dressed. But he was probably right there in the middle of everything.
Gotcha.
So I had clipped a video, and I actually watched Josh as the timer went down, the horn sounds, and he's just kind of standing there, and he kind of is like, what? He's still in disbelief at the time. It finally took the team coming over and surrounding him and dogpiling on him and to kind of get him to go, oh, yeah, okay. And then he's, still in coach mode. Let's go over here, let's shake hands and stuff like that. But after, when you go down to him the first time, while you're there cutting down the nets or anything like that, was he still just like, in disbelief to a certain extent?
Well,
he didn't run laps like Robbie did.
No,
that's what I was getting ready to say. You mean Josh didn't run 5 laps around there?
No, he ain't gonna run any laps. It was one of those. I mean, nobody would have ever expected that except us.
Yeah,
right. I mean, we've watched enough of them play. We've watched him prepare. And so I always know if you get there, he's definitely going to put them in a position to have a chance. They had a great staff that really did a great job. And so
all of the cylinders were clicking in that championship game for him.
Yeah.
It didn't matter who had the ball. They were all clicking. And throughout most of the postseason, it was one or two. But that championship game,
Amari
whether it
just
was Ryder, where it was Amari, where
Amari
it was
had
Johnson.
a phenomenal state tournament.
He had a great tournament. Like, he was huge for us in that tournament.
Yeah.
He came right when we needed him too, man. It was perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, offensively they were great, but I think defensively, I mean, that's kind of where I come back to Cook. I mean, he puts offense out there, but he just knew let's run this offense, this defense for this game.
Yeah.
Just kept switching it up. Let's slow them down.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like they slowed down a lot. Even district and region play, they started slowing things down. And making them play a slower game that some of these teams didn't like to play, period. And credit to Malachi, too, because, being that point guard, probably really wanting to push the subject.
Yeah, he loves to push. He loves to push.
And he's telling Malachi.
They did a great job of...
Yeah. And St. X just could not get the shots going. And, I mean, once you could tell pretty quickly that with Malachi hitting these free throws, this game's over.
So have you all has the high come back down to as an athletic director? Is it like, okay, I'm ready to go into another school year? I'm going to have to really put my mind into 26-27 now, or
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, we're already in mode for what's to come next, and how do you top? I was in a training today with the superintendent and the rest of the leadership for the district, and of course we're focused on the portrait of learner and what growing greatness stands for, and everything that all the questions that I'm having to answer, I always tie it back to athletics and what is it going to take to keep this train moving where we continue to grow greatness, and how do you top 2 state championships and a semifinal run, win 3 state championships. I mean, how else do you top that? And so, we're just gonna.
You can always go back to back.
Hey, that would definitely be a verse. We thought last time was 98 years, and it's like, hey, let's go do it again.
Yeah.
And so,
well, speaking of growing greatness, let's go into our last category here.
He didn't do all the individuals.
You complained about how long the videos were.
One of last year we decided that we fought for a full 2 weeks of who to put where, and what this person did this and this person did that. And last year we came up with the MVP because we wanted to exemplify somebody that, we take all 4 of the female athletes of the year, all 4 of the male athletes of the year, and we put them together, basically put them head to head, and said, who had that best season? Just bar none. Yeah. And it was a good decision that we did that, because it allows us to give some people, props that need to have the props, but then allow to have that one person that really exemplified just the best season that they possibly put forward for that school year. And you said growing greatness, and it seems like you've grown a young lady to really good greatness.
Thank you.
T-East really just showed out this year on the basketball court. She skipped track, if I'm not mistaken. Did she do track?
She did.
Okay. I thought when we had her in here, she was just like, she played volleyball.
If it was up to her, she would not do track. But she did have a few injuries, so she typically is a 400-meter girl, which, she would have gone in, probably preseason number 1 this year. But due to some early injuries, coming out of basketball late, she just couldn't get herself together. Gotcha. So we just jumped. Gotcha. And she had a great year jumping. I think she was state runner-up in the triple. First time she lost triple jump in her Kentucky high school career.
Oh, wow.
On the girl beat her on the last jump. And it was probably the most devastating thing that's probably ever happened to her because it would have been her 10th state championship as an individual in track and field.
We must have totally overlooked it.
Never saw a single post from.
I just totally.
And you know what? And it's funny you say that. My wife was so mad at me because I didn't post anything, and she said, "So did you not post that because she didn't win?" And I said, "I don't think she would have wanted me to post anything because she didn't want to settle for anything less than winning because that's what she was used to doing, and it was probably one of my more proud moments because she didn't get it, but she handled it with grace, and I was really
I totally get that. She's been on the show a couple of times now. Great young woman that you've raised.
Thank you.
And the fact that she helped lead you to the state title among all the players that you got. She's a phenomenal volleyball player. Got them to the regional finals. And, Daron and I had the opportunity to watch her play volleyball a couple of times last year. And the one thing that we learned, you better score when she's not on that front line. Because if she's on the back line, you can score against GRC. If she's on the front, forget it. It ain't happening. I mean, we watched too many games, and we would literally say it on the air. Okay, T's on the back. This is an opportunity for them to try to score. And they normally would. But her talent overtook her, especially if she was serving.
Yeah.
That's the only time that, if she was just back there on the back row playing defense, there was only so much she could do.
Yeah. Your best chance to
score. So funny how that just always kind of played out.
Your best chance to score was when she rotated out and she's on the bench.
And that's what we loved about volleyball was her fun sport. We didn't train outside of the season because basketball was dang near year round.
Yeah.
Robbie Graham wore them out to death. And then between that and travel ball, she literally, we'd get to volleyball, we had tryouts last week. T wouldn't get there till dang near August because last year she played for a national championship in her travel team, and so we were playing all the way to the end of July. She comes out for volleyball, but she has so much fun. Those kids are fantastic. Her coaches are wonderful. The parents are super supportive, and so volleyball has always been her fun sport. So she just went out there and just played, and that's why it became so easy.
What she'd be like if she tried. She hit the ball so hard. It's almost like she was taking it out. She's like looking and it's like,
it makes you cringe. Sometimes I'd cringe like, oh, God, I hope that doesn't hit a girl in the face.
Seriously. The first game that we watched her play, I was like, holy crap, she hit that ball hard. So I'm sure she's got the kind of talent that if she wanted volleyball to be her sport, she could have got a scholarship for that as well.
That's what a lot of people say. But it's funny, with all the success she had in volleyball and track, not one offer for either sport, and we were just baffled by that. And I don't know if it's because people just realized this child is going to college, because she's always said basketball's my thing. But even in track, she at one point was number 30 in the nation in triple jump. She won as a freshman. She won 4 state championships, but not one phone call for either sport. And I'm thinking, and I'm a track guy.
The coaches were defeated. They knew she was going to play basketball.
And she was perfectly okay with that. Never cared about getting any of that because all she wanted was to play basketball.
That's crazy when you say she had 9 state championships and nobody calls. No. I don't care, if she says basketball is my sport.
I'd have been trying to figure out how to convince her to do track and field. That's exactly right.
Well, I called you, texted you and said, "Can T come on?" You were like, "Well, she's already at school," and I was like, "Oh, okay." So she's been at Robert Morris, where she's
she left June 20th on her birthday, actually.
Gosh, so how has that been going for her? And
well, it's actually going pretty phenomenal. This past week, she actually was Player of the Week, Practice Player of the Week. So she's having fun. It's and it's funny. I mean, Coach Graham worked them like dogs, but man, I think Coach Benton is working on me even harder than Coach Graham did. But I think what's helped T right now is, I don't know if you all know this, but so her sister went to Marshall, and she just graduated. She played for a WNIT championship at Marshall this year. Well, she graduated in 3 years. Well, she tore ACL, so that meant she had an extra year. So her sister graduates and then goes in the portal, has 2 years left to play, transfers to Robert Morris.
Oh, wow.
So they're playing together. And it's been...
Did they ever get to do that?
They did when T was an 8th grader and Timberland was a junior. They got to play together. So Timberland tore ACL her senior year and her freshman year of college.
Oh,
so
gosh.
they did not get to play when T was a freshman. But so Timberland was just adamant that I want to play with my sister, and so
that's really cool.
We're super as parents. It's just, I mean, now we get to go one place and not.
Now, where's Robert Morris at again?
It's in Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And I'm the biggest Steelers fan around, so I'm just praying for football games on Sundays and basketball games on Saturdays, all in Pittsburgh.
There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
I mean, Coach, you can speak. I mean, high school basketball there is a level of basketball, and I talked to Grace and Peyton there a minute ago. But college, there's another step. Especially for the expectations of a player, because they know, hey, you're here, and we're paying for your education to be here. So we want and you're to be on this basketball team. So we expect. It doesn't matter about wins and losses. We expect you to grow and be here every day, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, so you're talking about not only the scholarship, but now the NIL.
True.
So that's money that they're putting in your pocket. So, it's pay to play. I mean, it's what it is. And, in college, those coaches sign those contracts for their job.
Yeah.
So now these players, if you don't perform as a player, these coaches, head coaches, assistant coaches, lose their job. High school, we have to win too to maintain our job. We don't sign those contracts, so a little more pressure at the next level.
100%.
But yeah, it's tough, and it's they have the summer now. You report in June, so you're there June, July. You get home for a little while, then you're back in the fall, August or September, and then it's a grind. You might get a day for Thanksgiving, usually get a couple of days for Christmas, but that's it. And you're there. It's a job, basically.
Right, exactly.
And it's. It's workouts in the morning. It's practice. It's weights. It's tutoring sessions. It's all that stuff. And it's a long day for those young men and young women. It's 16-hour days. So, but it is. It's a whole nother level.
Well, Coach, if you don't win again next year, we won't be able to give you that free pressure. We have to have
no pressure.
We have to keep building it up.
Well, you mentioned something earlier about when you turn the page. So, we've told our returning kids. The rings will hopefully be coming soon. We think they're coming sometime this month. So after we get our rings, which, that's, to me, that's the, we won it. We've cut nets down. We have the trophy. But to put that ring on is what I'm really looking forward to. And,
right.
We'll have our ring ceremony, as a team together, as a group, just our own little thing together. And then after that, we turn the page. Now it's next year focus, next year focus, next year focus. So,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Sean, I think, you always got to top yourself. So you got the silver balls one year, you got the gold balls. Next year, he can't get the three-peat unless he ends the season with a nationwide number one. That's the only thing. That's the only step up.
I mean, Trinity Baseball did it, so it can be done.
Oh, goodness. Well, guys, thank you all so much for spending this last hour with us. It was well deserved.
Absolutely.
We could have easily given GRC the clean sweep, because you all had players and teams and moments and all that stuff throughout this entire year that was worth celebrating. But to be able to take away the MVP, both Coach of the Years, and the male athlete, it's just been a phenomenal year watching you guys be able to succeed across the board in multiple different levels. So nothing but continued success for you guys.
Thank you.
And thank you all for coming and spending
Appreciate
some time
you
with
guys.
us.
He says thank you. I was trying to FaceTime her on here. I don't know where she's at, but she won't turn her thing on. But look, there's your award for most valuable player. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, there she is.
So yeah, she just said to tell you guys thank you for the support.
Absolutely. All right.
I'll call you back.
Well, that's a pretty good way to top off episode 400.
Episode 400
Is it
in the
400?
books.
Oh, yeah, congratulations.
Oh wow, that's
Episode
amazing.
400 and our 5th year anniversary. So,
Good deal.
so now we are officially headed towards the 2026-2027 year.
Yep.
And football will be here before long. Golf kicked off today.
Yep.
And so we'll be back next week with on our regular coaches schedule. Do you remember who's coming?
I can pull it up here real quick. Maybe.
Y'all don't get a break, do you?
No, yeah.
We
took
off
1 week.
July the 6th.
I tried to find a guest for last week on Wednesday, and like Daron said last week, I filled up almost 2 full months of guests for the next.
He was trying to find one, and he got 10. But none of them.
So what we did last week was a year that was. We just went back and went through all of the different sports and celebrated that, kind of a build-up to tonight's show.
Okay.
We need to add a Louisville Cardinal helmet, by the way. There's no Louisville helmet up here. We need to add a Louisville helmet.
Oh, no. No.
Unless you buy it,
I will buy it. If you'll put it up, I will purchase
if
one.
you buy it, I'll put it up.
All right.
Put it next to the Kentucky one.
We'll put it under the desk.
My wallet doesn't know how to buy it.
But listen, if you had a mini helmet of the new GRC helmet, now those are tough. We would gladly put one of those out there.
Yeah.
So next week we're going to have Paris football and their new head coach. I'm trying to find his name.
Wes don't even know.
I didn't put his name. Down there.
Corey Dunford?
No.
Corey Dunford, thank you. Yeah, we're gonna have Paris football on, and Corey Dunford, their new coach.
Had no clue.
He's pretty excited to come on and kind of expand a little bit outside of our core four a little bit.
Yeah,
That's a homegrown right there. So
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm excited for him.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
We have Dayton coming up, don't we?
Do what?
Don't we have Dayton?
We don't have Dane on here
He's
yet.
not on the schedule, but we had Dane on right after he got hired.
Okay.
We had Dane on before when he got hired with Paris, and we talked about it last week. Home run hire for you guys.
Yeah.
Dane's a great guy.
Yeah. We're excited.
I love the fact that he's a faith and family guy, and he doesn't mind talking about that, and I love that because you live in a world where people sometimes struggle talking about that kind of stuff, and I don't, and I love it, and I think Dane was a phenomenal hire for you guys. So
I think he's great.
all right, guys. Well, next week we'll be back 6 o'clock for episode 401 as we move into year 5 for the From Corner to Corner podcast. Thanks to all of our sponsors for all that you do, particularly Community Trust Bank, our OG sponsor. We've had them since day one of this podcast. Thank you so much for being a supporter of us as always, and we will see you guys next week.
Go Cards.
The From Corner to Corner podcast wants to send a huge thank you to all our amazing sponsors who help keep this show rolling each week. Your support lets us keep covering local sports, sharing stories, and building community together. We truly couldn't do it without you. Thank you for believing in us, and let's keep making an impact together.
The Moco Four Horsemen would like to thank you for listening to From Corner to Corner. Be sure to go out and follow us on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, Instagram, and even YouTube. Whatever podcast platform that you listen to us on, be sure to go out and give us a 5-star review. Thanks as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week.